you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you! Good. Now that we've established a common language, what do you think?
I have got Victor.
And I've got the movie.
It's the director's movie.
But the director is weak.
You say.
You know I'm right.
And Colette?
Is a dead plastic mistake.
Dustin isn't going to give you any money.
No harm in asking.
That's not so.
Okay, you're right. You ask him, he says yes. You've used up your one big chick. You ask him, he says no. Finds out you never had a chick. But let me ask you this. Do you think you're a good actress?
Yes.
If you got this shot, do you think you can make America love you?
What's a completion bond company?
Who the fuck have you been talking to?
Some Teamsters.
That's a company that seizes control of the picture if we go too far over budget.
Is that what's going to happen to this picture?
Not while I'm alive. Oh.
How's your health? How would Victor change a script to make it for me?
We'd focus more on your feelings. Maybe some voiceovers over your face. Your thoughts.
I have a better idea.
You do?
Let me save Johnny.
But Johnny dies.
Why?
It's the big scene.
It'd be a bigger scene if he lived, and I saved him. And you could collect down, but not out. And she's the one who set it up.
So you get the guy?
I get the guy.
How romantic. I don't know if it's a better ending, but it's better for you.
It's better.
You talked to Victor about this?
A little bit.
You chant about it?
Constantly.
Shall we have a drink?
You go ahead.
Doesn't jive with your belief?
When I'm near the thing I want, I shouldn't blow it over a margarita.
What do you want?
I want to be famous.
Why?
I don't know. Is Clint really bad in the part?
I don't know. I don't know anything about acting.
But I'm good.
May I ask you something?
You're the producer.
What does that mean? You're good.
It's the bottom quality. I can't explain it.
You do come across on film.
That's all I care about.
Maybe that's why the camera loves you. You're faithful.
Are you going to get George fired?
I'd lay down my life for George Lee Beach.
You just finished saying he's a weak director.
That's right, he is. He's also the person that made it possible for me to come back as a film producer on the streets of LA, on the streets of New York. I think he saved my marriage. My wife hates LA. She says the water's hard. I know he saved my career after the indictment. I kind of think he saved my life. I don't give a fuck about this movie except as it detracts from or enhances the career of George Lee Beach. He's been the best to me that he man ever has been. What do I care if he's weak? That he drinks too much? That he's deeply influenced by whoever he spoke to last? Every movie has a reality. The reality of this picture is the director is weak, and there are like 5 people counting for control.
I count 4.
Everybody wants to be an artist. If there's a chance to stamp, they want to make it their fucking stamp. But this project's going to fly to pieces unless there's some coalition of the principals or demi-principals agree to some kind of direction.
What you're talking about is cutting off George's balls.
Honey, that was taken care of long ago. What I'm trying to do is save what's left of George out of gratitude and what's left of this film so that we all look good.
I'm not going to ask Dustin for any money.
Why not?
Because you don't need it. You just think you need it. Producers always think the answer's money because money's all they know.
We need the money.
We need Victor to cut 13 scenes, rewrite 2, and write 2 new ones.
2 new ones for you.
For me.
How nice. Now rewind. Cut what 13 scenes?
We don't need the car crash.
You sure?
Yeah. And we don't need the helicopter shot. So we don't need the gyrosphere or the gyrosphere operator. And we don't need the character of Helen. We don't need the effects at all.
Helen. My niece plays Helen.
I know. I didn't say there wasn't going to be blood on the floor.
When did you figure all this out?
I chanted about it.
We don't need the effects, and we don't need the helicopter, and we don't need Helen. Then you're about right. We don't need money. But does George have a movie?
He has a better movie. And you know that union guy that comes into the end and makes that big speech? I think my stepbrother should play that part. And if I ask him, I think he would.
That would be incredible. His face in the trailer would mean at least $1
So
million.
are we like in league?
What about 50?